National Endowment for the Arts, and with funding from the Oklahoma Foundation for the Humanities, the National Endowment for the Humanities, and the University of Tulsa. The powwow is where most people hear Native American music today. But these songs are only a part of a greater variety of Indian music, especially in Oklahoma, home to more than 200,000 Native Americans from over 35 tribes. There is much more music to hear. Music has always been an essential part of Native American life, from courtship songs and ceremonial chants to lullabies and hymns, drawing from a wide range of styles, tradition, and languages. This program is a selection of concert and on-location highlights, a sampler of this rich musical heritage. Native American singing and drumming is at the center of the powwow, bringing together older traditions and inspiring new innovations. Here is a traditional song of the Ponca tribe, often heard at powwows, which still has meaning today, followed by a new song that features English words.
Our songs are so vast and varied and so many, and it's really hard to take the whole repertoire of music that we have and extract one song and hope that people will get an understanding of it, because our songs go in sets, in groups, and you're talking about a lot of music, so it's really almost improper to do that for us to take one song out of so many songs that we have that are original songs that have been brought with our people from Nebraska to hear and maintain, and with additional songs that were composed during our residence here in the early 1800s to now, and where they fit into the same like group of songs. So it's really difficult to extract one song and to try to build our whole culture and society on that. It's almost unfair to our music. The song that we rendered, the first word is Wakanda. That's the creator. Today is referred to as God, or various other manners by other nations of people. However, in our language, Wakanda is the creator. It's saying that God made these ways. And you hear the word Hedoshka, God, so that means God made this particular dance, Hedoshka, and that's kind of popular among those who examine our culture and our ways. Hedoshka was a society of men who had a lot of dignity and character. They were not necessarily chiefs, and I think that's something that is perhaps overlooked sometime, in that in order to be a part of the Hedoshka, you had to be a chief or a warrior. You know, that's really not so. These were men of our tribe who had character, who had compassion, who had love, and had all those traits that were looked for, and all those traits and characteristics of a person who is the kind of person everyone would like to be.
we like to go into the songs that were the fun part. You know, they talk about a lot of different things, mostly about girls. A lot of these songs, they talk about snagging, about getting a girl and taking her after the powwow's over. And they sing 49 songs late in the night. And these 49 songs, they started putting words in them, first in Indian. All the different tribes had their Indian words for them. And they wanted us this afternoon to demonstrate to you how we've brought our Indian music around to the point to where we're singing English words in the songs. So to finish it off, we're going to sing some of these songs. And we just think of anything off the top of our head, something that'll fit within the phrase of the song.
Singing is a part of daily life and play. Songs about the passions of romance, songs to soothe children, and even songs for a guessing game competition.
Indians are not stoic and unemotional and all of that. We're live, feeling human beings that really like to love. And our total experience. In fact, they tell us every gathering, every time, they drill it in our minds. Folks, they say, love one another, be kind to one another, pity one another. And we've heard that for thousands and thousands of years, and I think that you've seen some of it this afternoon. But this first song I'm going to sing is This Girl Is Looking. That's what it begins with. It begins with a search. And this guy, he says to her, he says, you are looking or searching, udane. And that's where love begins. Love begins looking, you know. Udane. Duda udane. In other words, you come over this way looking. And then he says, you know how Indian eagles are, the males, you know, these guys know. Maybe you're looking for me, you know, and that's what he says, you know. And now we know, maybe you're looking for me. Yeah, she's looking. Maybe maybe she's rebounding from a divorce or a bad experience or whatever, you know, and she's looking around. So this guy, he's an opportunist, you know. Maybe you're looking for me, you know. Yeah. Put extra perfume on that night, you know. He's trying to attract her, you know. And that's what he says to this girl. And the song begins by calling her the daughter. the nation me hi hi lay do yo no yo she hi hi Jolly she hi do yo no yo no no Jolly she hi do yo no yo no no Hey no yo we no yo the nation me hi hi Hey do no yo she hi yo hey me no le be hi do yo no yo the ne yo hey no yo we no yo the nation me hi yo hey do no yo she hi yo hey yeehaw, it's a good one.
And you know, the Lord blessed me with 9 beautiful children. And then I in turn turned around and I adopted 13 more. So talking about singing lullabies, I had to go home last night and sing to my grandkids before I come back again. This next song is the one that I was talking about that was translated from the Bible. I want to sing it because it was sung to me when I was a little guy. And now I sing it to my children. It comes from the book of Psalm 71, verses 1, 2, 17, and 18. Na suta waiti nake na suahe ina tuna hanitoi kakna makwito wai nara yui pesa kakna na sobetai nasu wakahi nahani naksataweki meko nama apa natsu kobakana napa pita sarovika usu ni namai kehin namani wayu nana oyok nami tas nama naharoi tawe kami aroi. To me, that was my lullaby.
The hand game is just a hiding and guessing game where you have 2 separate teams playing against each other. And in the old days, they would usually wager horses or blankets or saddles or anything like that, utility goods against each other. Yeah, we use a pair of these bones like this. One's plain and one's marked. The guesser from one team tries to find which hand the marked bone is in the other team that's hiding. Every time he misses that person on the other team, a stick is taken out of the scoring score sticks. The first team to go through all the sticks is the winner. It's just a game of luck, you know. But some people like to think they know how to play better than others, and some are luckier than others. They are.
This gentleman here is the medicine man. He's one of them. The one on the end is the other one. The cheerleaders behind the singers back here are ready to go, boy. They know how to hide. All right, Jerome, stop the people.
Ceremonial singing and dancing is one way that tribal language and tradition are kept alive. First, we'll hear a Caddo bell dance song, and then see this social dance performed. Next is a traditional dance around the sacred fire that is part of the ancient green corn ceremony practiced by the Creek Indian people each summer.
Yo hasile, yo hasile, yo hasile, yo hasile, yo hasile, yo hi ha, yo hi ha, yo hi ha, yo Yanane, yanane, hey ya, oh yane, yane, wa hey yo, hey ya, oh yane, yane, wa hey yo, hey ya, oh yana, hey, hey ne ya, hey ne ya, hey ne ya, hey ya, yane, wa hey yo, hey ya. Oh ya ne wa hey yo hey ya. Oh ya na hey ne ya hey ne ya hey ne ya hey ya. Oh.
The ceremonial grounds that are in existence today were removed from the ancient lands in Alabama and Georgia. During the forced removal, all the tribal towns were forced to move to what we call Indian Territory. At that time, certain individuals were selected to move the fire with that particular ground. So that individual was given the responsibility of caring for that fire on the journey here. And once they came to Indian Territory, these fires were reestablished here in Indian Territory, and this is where the ceremonial grounds now are located. A person might ask, why do you do this? That question I asked myself once, and who am I? Why am I here? And I only had to look at my, color of my skin to know, who I am.
The flute of the Plains Indian is a soulful and lyrical instrument. It can express a kinship with nature and a range of emotion from love to sorrow. Here are performances by two master musicians.
This culture of the Native American embraces three basic instruments of music: the drum, the rattle, and the whistle. One of our whistles is the flute, the instrument through which the red man expresses his emotion of love for the Great Spirit, for nature or life, and for a lady. The Native American love flute is a very simple instrument which is hand carved from a piece of natural wood. And in all its natural simplicity, it also is a thing of great beauty and goodness, for its inimitable rhapsodies run the gamut of this Native American way of life. When the red man learns to play his flute, he imitates the sounds of nature, the winds, the birds, the animals. He then blends these sounds with the innate feelings of the heart to produce the music for his Native American love flute.
Now here's another flute that has an entirely different sound. And a flute is very temperamental. When the little ornament isn't just sitting right, well, sometimes they'll throw the whole pitch off. They'll throw the whole flute out of tune. And this in here is also on a different scale, different note holes here. And sometimes you have to get acquainted with the flute. A flute, as I said, is a individual's instrument. He made it to suit himself. He made it to sing, play the type of music that he himself had either learned or sung. So if you pick up someone else's flute, then perhaps he may have a different sound or note holes from the flute that you're used to playing. So let's see how this one sounds. Now this particular flute has a very high-pitched sound, and long ago, from the legends from some of the elders, the claim the flute was made to soothe and to heal a broken heart or to uplift a spirit. And long ago, when I was a small boy, I guess around 7, 8 years old, I attended several funerals of our elders. And in them days, of course today, you hardly ever see or hear this anymore. When the elders would mourn in sorrow for the deceased, they would go off into a distance and they would begin to wail and they would cry and they would make this high-pitched sound, and it would sound exactly like a flute would sound, just the way that I played this particular one. And you would hear that sometimes way in the night. So as time passed with individuals that at one time was in sorrow, while then there was a certain spirit influence an individual to make a flute to turn that sorrow into joy by producing music.
For more than a century, Native American Christian churches in Oklahoma have created hymns in their own language, singing songs which sometimes blend religious imagery with tribal history.
All the songs that are made for church services most of them are taken from the scriptures, from the Bible, and they were made into songs. And others are songs encouragement that there is a heavenly place, and that through all the hard work, trials, and tribulations, that when you overcome them, there will be a time, a place, where there'll not be any more separations, and more trials, and more disappointments. But these are what the songs are made up of. And the song, Picking Up on Millhudden, okay, it's a land appointed to us. Like they tell you of a town, and they tell you to go there. That's kind of the way it goes. And down through the verses, it says, I'll just read that off first. It says, Egen up on Millhood and O Jesus Legan to hit your glasses. Holy Egen up on Millhood and it says, Egen up on Millhood and it's appointed, a land that is appointed unto us. And he says, Jesus, Lagon, where Jesus lives, that's we will sing each other. And then come back to say, Jesus, Lagon, Tehijakases, then Hawe Igana Pumilhoden. See, Hawe means high. Igana is back to land, and Pumilhoden is the appointed place.
I believe it's originated from the Cherokee, North Carolina, and in Georgia and those parts when the Cherokees was driven from there on the Trail of Tears. And it's a sort of a pleading to God, you know, for His guidance. And that's with us as Christian today. We plead with God that He would guide and direct our lives as to what He would have us to be and to go. And it has guide me, Jehovah God. As I am walking through this barren land, I am weak, but Thou art mighty. Forever holdest Thy powerful hand. Open now the crystal fountain whence the healing waters flow, and let the flurry cloud go before us, and lead us on our journey through. When I tread the edge of the Jordan River, help me to still my fears. Bear me safely over, and I shall sing Thy praises for eternity.
Swante nexeste Yehovah Elohim Israel Jiwanai Galilaya Jalin Nigedini Nego Ela Skisteris Christioga Nego Skisteris Christioga Nu watchi Gaina Gogali Anaros Christuisi Agila no Ulogila Igalia Isesti Skisteris Tohides Kisostana Allah, say,
communities of Indian people still carry on their language, music, and ceremonies. Although journalists and scholars have been predicting the loss of Indian traditional life for at least a century and a half, Oklahoma's Indian people still have music that is alive and enduring.